What are your dating regrets? Don't get hung up on someone who doesn't give a fuck. Never make someone a priority who only makes you an option. Someone said it first, probably Abe Lincoln. Don't cross an ocean for someone who wouldn't cross the street for you, Christopher Columbus. Getting so caught up in the fun early stages of the relationship and planning activities for dates that I forgot to just relax and be myself. Take it a week at a time and see how things went. Pretty sure it made me seem too pushy, so things didn't end very well for me. Lesson learned. Chill the fuck out, laughing my ass out. That's me. I still struggle with it now, to be honest, although I'm trying to keep a lid on it and just be chill. The holy trinity of bad dating. 1. Not listening when they told me they weren't interested. 2. Not listening when they told me they were crazy. 3. Not listening to myself when I realized I didn't want to be with someone anymore. This is the first time I ever spelled it out for myself like this, and I think I'm seeing a pattern. It's so hard to ignore the obvious when you're in a moment. I'm happily married now, but when I think back and feel embarrassed about it, I just have to remember it was all just part of my process. I remember coming home from college break one time and seeing my childhood friends. I was dating someone for approximately 6 months at the time and remember saying to him, "Yeah, I'm seeing someone, but don't see us making it through the summer, especially as long-distance relationship." We had dated for another 2 years after that break, and the relationship just got more and more toxic as time went on. If I had actually listened to what I was saying and heeded my own inferred advice to end it, it would have saved both myself and her a lot of time and pain. That I hid some of my hobbies and interests because I was scared they looked dorky. As soon as I stopped hiding it, I met my partner. Model railways for the win. Never be ashamed of your hobbies. It may make you look like a nerd or a dork, but you don't need the kind of people who would make fun of them. I regret not ending relationships I was unhappy in sooner, like years sooner. I'm in the middle of this right now. I knew 3 years ago, but I convinced myself that maybe I was wrong and that things would change. We're still together and I always love her, but I'm not happy and I don't think I will be until the relationship ends. I can't let this go on much longer. Cheers! My toxic girlfriend is coming over tonight to have a talk after an ugly week-long fight. I am so unhappy in this relationship. She has hair traumas that she's never dealt with, jumps from relationship to relationship. I have invested a year and 1 month into this relationship. I am drained. Tonight is the night. Always being the last to let go and never letting go easily. Edit, the never letting go easy is the part I wish I could change. Sometimes it's just who you are as a person. There's nothing wrong with that. We all have our personality traits that make life easier, harder for certain scenarios. That's the best explanation for me, because I certainly can't seem to learn from previous mistakes, no matter how many times I make them. To learn from them would mean to stop trying to date entirely. Not taking chances with various girls, women throughout my life when I had the opportunities to. Same here, bro. I'm in a better place mentally, and looking back, I passed on some great opportunities due to low self-esteem, some of which were glaringly obvious looking back. I'm still in this boat. It's so easy to tell that I shouldn't gone for it when you're looking back. But the self-doubt in the moment kills me every time. I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to dating, and I wish I could tell the younger version of me to take every chance he has. I should have stopped pursuing someone when their answer was clear that they don't like me. Edit. I never expected that this much peeps agreed on this. I'm still on a journey to find my SO with little to no knowledge on how to do it. Whatever you're going through in love, run, what I can just say is that don't let your sadness be the reason why you failed to live up the standards and expectation of the person you love want to pursue. In a similar vein, I should have just fucking asked them out years earlier. It would have been a no, but then I'd have an opportunity to be hurt and get over it instead of pining away in a relationship cold war for years. I'm over it now and we're still friends today, but I wasted a lot of time agonizing for no reason. So far, my biggest regret was moving halfway across the country with someone, and when I was struggling to adjust to that location, they refused to move a few hours for me to a different location. That really hurt. Felt like I gave up so much for them, and it turns out they wouldn't do the same for me. I'll never move for love again. Another thing about this relationship, and a warning to others, is that if a person says they hadn't spent enough time being single before y'all got together, just break it off so they can do their thing. While it might be hard to give up on something good, the feeling of regret for not getting to experience more opportunities and meet more people will constantly be in the back of their head. I could go on, but the toolder is to have clear communication. That also means that if someone tells you something, actually listen to what they're saying and don't just hear what you want to hear. A lesson for myself right there. Shooting more shots and being way more confident in my 20s. I was a very good-looking guy with very low self-esteem. Funny to look back now at 46. I can relate. In my younger adult years, I had so many people telling me I was good looking, but I have virtually zero self-confidence and low standards due to being a late bloomer and getting bullied throughout my school years. One standout memory was in my late 20s, and I was toward the tail end of a bad relationship. A casual acquaintance collared me as we can to part ways, saying, "Learn some self-respect, fella. Most guys would kill to look like you. You could have any woman you want." And that worked for you? Usually when I receive compliments like that, I have a hard time to accept them, and I think to myself, they're just trying to be nice and don't actually mean it. Or at least that's how I reacted to compliments so far.